update on the wonderful Adiantum fern, commonly called the Maidenhair Fern, that I did a video on a few weeks back, showing you how we actually, or Hans I should say, noticed it was starting to look very sad, and we caught it just in the nick of time. This plant has to be kept well watered 24/7, and we have a routine where every morning we get up and we do water the ferns and spray them with rainwater and everything like that. But for some reason this one was overlooked, just possibly for half a day, and it just dried up. Now we managed to save it again by giving it a good water, spraying it with lots of rainwater, keeping it well humidified, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's recovered amazingly well. As you can see, this is looking remarkable, all new growth, and loads of new little fronds here all coming out. Look at these guys, gorgeous, all coming up from the base, loads of new ones. So it's made a remarkable recovery, and we'll make sure we never let it dry out again. So it's always a case that the soil has to be kept moist all times, and always making sure that it's not going to dry out. And it's remarkable how they can really recover though, which is good. We got this in the nick of time. So that's a little bit the first thing about the update on this. The other thing is showing you how to cut back dead fronds. Now, a couple of people said to me that their Maidenhair Fern has done the same thing and they managed to save it. Some of the people said it, unfortunately the whole thing died. And a couple of people are saying, how do you remove the dead fronds? Even in the most healthiest of ferns, you'll find they do often have, the fronds will die off after a bit, as in this case here. And it's really, really easy just to cut them back. What you need to do is obviously don't just cut off from there and then you're left with this dead stalk. It's just cut it back from the base. Now what you'll need to do is use some gardening shears or some very fine scissors. In this case I'm using scissors because these stems, the diameter on them are so thin that probably scissors, even nail scissors, might be better for reaching right at the base. And as long as you find that's completely dead there, all you need to do then is literally get that, cut it right down from the base, which will be right there, and just snip it off and take it away. Just make sure, do that a little bit more. It's actually quite hard to snip, like that. You want to make sure that you remove the whole thing from the bottom and not just the dead foliage, otherwise you're going to be left with a load of dead stalks. And really, I'll just show you again here, because as you can see, this one is one of the dead fronds here, dead ferns, and you want to make sure you take it right down to the base, as in here. I don't know whether I might be able to show you that clear there. Snip it off, and that's it. And then you just do that with all of the dead ones, just to remove them all. I'll just show you again, and the only reason I'm doing this video is I had two people actually ask me how to remove them. They said you just pull off the dead leaves like that, or do you actually cut the frond? And I said no, actually cut off the stem from the base, because this is in this case completely dead. So you want to cut it back from the base, and new fronds will grow from the base, as you can see they are already, which is brilliant news. As I say, this is the dead stem there, and literally you want to trace that right back down to the very, very, very base, which is there. Snip it off. And always make sure you use clean scissors or clean shears all the time, guys. And as I say, this same thing with all of this here. Literally just going to be cutting it right back and removing that. This one also dead, just right back there. Snipping. I mean, everyone sort of knows how to prune plants and things like this, but I think it's always good, because when I'm still new to ferns myself, Hans will be a lot more knowledgeable on them. He's grown ferns, but I'm still new to them. So whenever I learn something new, I want to share it with you guys. But as I say, we're all learning together. And here, literally cut it right back to the base there. That's all you really need to do then, just to neaten it up. And I'll just do another couple. And I'll show you what this plant looks like after it's all been, all the old growth has been removed, rather than bore you all the way through with a long video. But as I say there, you just want to trace that back right down to the base, like so. Snip it off and remove it there. This one here also, you want to trace it down to where it starts from, which is, in this case, this dried up one here. And you'll know when it's completely dead and dried up, because it is just like straw. It really is dead. And I'll say right down there to show you. And then snip it There you go, it's all the dead one. Looks all the lovely fresh. And I'm going to do this then with the rest of the plant, and I'll show you what it looks like after it's all done. Now there you go, guys, that's it all nicely pruned, and that's all the old dried up straw-like growth. And this is all the lovely new growth here, and I'll just show you. And this is how it's all recovered from when it accidentally dried out. This is all sort of really lots of new growth here, so it's remarkable. And I'm going to give this a good mist in now and put it amongst all the other ferns here. Keep it all humidified, and I'll just show you what I've done there. Cut it all back down from the base. So as you can see, all the lovely new fronds coming through there, all new ones. Wonderful to see. So it's making a great recovery, really is. So more as well coming down the base there, here and here. So such good news. So I'm happy it's making an amazing recovery. And should you have this happen to you, or when it's time to prune any old back, as I say, even the healthiest of maidenhair ferns will die off the old leaves, as all ferns. And you know then what to do to keep it nice and looking all healthy. So guys, I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of plant power. As always, from Ireland. And until the next video, guys, bye.